it's Haze, and we are once again doing the Miraculous Monday meme review, where my friend Hedge finds me the very best Miraculous memes from across the internet, and I react to them, and oh boy, well, I'm filming this on the Friday before this video goes up, but all week I've been making those videos about all the recording. I don't know what's going on. I'm assuming it's the end of Ladybug, because they've only just finished the scripts for season 6. I wouldn't think they're anywhere near ready to record for season 6. But it also could be a secret third option. But anyway, not the point of the meme review. Let's get into it. So, meme 1. Oh, it's from the Mandalorian. If the Miraculous multiverse is infinite, then there is probably a universe where Felix X Chloe is a thing. It costs you $0 to not say that. It does exist and it's called Wattpad. Look, okay, I'm all for, well, I was about to say I'm all for any ship. I'm not for like the gross ships, for example, Gabriel and Marinette, but I am for like Marinette and Chloe, Adrian and Max. I don't know, I'm just picking random characters at this point. Feel free to ship what you like. But the amount of arguments I see online, like this fandom will argue about anything. I've been involved in other fandoms before. Okay, when I was in high school, Sherlock the TV show with Martin Freeman and Benedict Cumberbatch, massive thing, okay? And I was part of like the Sherlock fandom on Tumblr. None of what I see in the Miraculous fandom ever happened to my knowledge in that one. But I don't get the amount of things I just see on Twitter, and I'm just like, I can't even be bothered responding because everyone in this fandom is just so committed to misunderstanding you, including the creator. I'm just like, just people arguing over the most silly things. Do you not have anything better to do? I know, but either way, ship whatever you want. I think the only things that I ship that are really out there, probably Luca and Felix. There's like one person who comments occasionally like, you're the Luca and Felix ship. I'm like, yes I am. That's probably it really. I don't think I ship anything all that strange. I did kind of want Luca and Kagami to get together at one point. I thought that would have been cute. But yeah, although to be fair, I actually kind of ship Luca with everyone. I'm just like, Luca is the best. He'd be good for everyone. He's like the kind of character who's like, yeah, I can fix person. I think he could completely turn Lila's life around, Chloe's life around. Luca's great. I really love Luca. I ship him with everyone. The Luca polycule. Why not? Anyway, next meme. So Ladybug and Cat Noir versus Monarch Daddy. Everyone expected the finale to go down. Meanwhile, what actually happened in the season 5 finale? Monarch Daddy and Bug Noir and Adrian having a nap. I'm still mad about it. Do I understand that it was probably being done for Adrian to find out in season 6 or 7 or 25 and there's gonna be a big dramatic showdown revelation? Yeah, okay, I realise that. Well, let's assume it's gonna happen because obviously right now I have no idea it's gonna happen. You can know that but still be mad about it. For example, okay, Luca finding out Marinette and Adrian's identities in Wishmaker was amazing, okay? However, it didn't really have a very good payoff. Migration officer when Marinette finds out and Adrian finds out, it was okay. I liked the moments they realised that Luca knew, but the rest of the episode, not the best. It wasn't the worst season 5 episode, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the best. However, the revelation was amazing, and part of me doesn't really care all that much about the payoff because I thought Wishmaker was just great. One of season 4's best episodes, and actually I think one of the show's best episodes ever, I would argue. I think Wishmaker's a great episode. Whereas, because they've done this, I'm like, they don't pay things off very well in the show. Like, for example, all throughout season 4, ever since Gang of Secrets, I'd been waiting and waiting and waiting for Ladybug to finally tell Cat Noir, yeah, I've told someone my identity. And honestly, I'm still not even sure she actually did. Like, arguably she tells him in Haxan, but it's so subtle and so absolutely not clear that if I was Cat Noir in that episode, I'd be like, what did she just tell me? Like, she's not clear about it. I didn't think she'd I didn't think for 1 second she would tell him exactly who she told, because that would put her in danger. But like, it was just so weird. It just had a weird payoff. Like, Gang of Secrets was great, loved it, screamed at the end. The payoff, not so great. This show doesn't do payoff very well, so I'm assuming it's gonna pay off, but I'm nervous about it. Next meme. Movie Adrian was depressed when his parent died and was finding it difficult to live without Emily. I loved Movie Adrian. And then we have Show Adrian, who moved on in 2 weeks, isn't even sulking through a party and is kissing his girlfriend. Woo! And then we have this guy who couldn't wait for his father to die and probably was smirking in his funeral. Okay, first of all, Felix, I feel like well, no, I was about to say Felix is very different because his dad was abusive, but also at the same time, Adrian's dad was abusive. So I can kind of see Felix being able to really easily get over the loss of his dad because of how his dad treated him. Not that we've ever seen what their relationship was like, but in representation we're kind of told about it. And I would assume they never really had any form of a good relationship. Whereas for Adrian, it would seem, because again we don't know much, that him and his dad had a great relationship, and then when Emily died / disappeared, it started to disintegrate, and then in season 5 it really became abusive. Don't get me wrong, there's other instances of abuse in seasons 1 to 4, but season 5 is where most of the abuse takes place. And I was about to say, well, I can kind of see that Adrian might be a bit easier to get over it if it's abuser, but at the same time, like, Felix seemed very aware of what was happening was abuse, and Adrian didn't at any point. He definitely didn't like the treatment, but like, he was just kind of like, whatever, he's my dad. And in that scene in Recreation, because of what he's been told what his dad did, he really seems to still love his dad. So I don't know, they make weird decisions, okay? I think Felix never loving his father is completely justified, don't blame the bloke. Adrian is a bit more complicated, but I just loved the way they showed grief in the movie. Actually, I loved everything about the movie. I know a lot of people saying, oh, you can't compare the movie to the show. I'm like, yeah, you can. They're about the same thing, of course you can. I have like a whole thing planned where I want to compare Movie Adrian to Show Adrian, Movie Marinette to Show Marinette. Like, yeah, you can. Anyway, next meme. So which character is this? Canon has talked about bread once or twice, maybe even eaten it on screen. Still his own person. Fanon. #1 fan of bread. Only ever talks about bread. Eats nothing but bread since birth. His first word was bread. Has appeared at every bread convention ever. Owns all the bread merchandise. Holds the speedrunner for every bread game. Has done nothing but teleport bread for 3 days. Is this about Mr. Banana? Okay, so the title of this post was Cat Noir calling Marinette Princess. He knew what's in the show. I am guilty of this. I remember, I think it was one of my friends, Luca. I was like, yeah, he called Marinette Princess once, like Cat Noir called her Princess once, and she was like, where was that? And I'm like, I believe it was in the Spanish dub of Befana when he drops her off on the island. And whilst other people would have been like, what? It happened in one dub I'm aware of. It happened in one dub for one moment in one episode, but Luca, because she's as crazy as I am, was just like, yeah, fair enough. And she went out to go and watch, and she's like, yeah, I loved it, best thing ever. So Princess, like, I'm pretty sure in all of the fics I've written where Cat Noir appears, he calls Marinette Princess at least 3 times. Like, sorry. However, that being said, I think the nickname Princess, adorable, cute. If anyone ever called, actually, someone has called me that before. I was on a Trans-Pennine train going to Manchester once, and I was really anxious because I had a really big interview, and my brother, because you know I was anxious, booked me in first class. It'd be a bit quieter, just for on the way there. He booked me in standard class going back, so it's like, it's over, you don't need to be quiet. So he booked me in first class so I had some more time to relax on the train, and they have like a little trolley service in first class with food, and the man serving, he was probably like 55. He asked me if I wanted a drink, and I was like, no thank you, and he said, it's no problem, Princess. Died. I love the nickname Princess. However, the nickname Prince, when Marinette says it to Adrian in during Cat Blank when he's being akumatized, literally makes me feel sick. I think it's disgusting. It's the only part of the episode I don't like. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, next meme. Adrian with his future father-in-law. Meanwhile, Marinette with her future father-in-law. I mean, he's dead, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And they kind of made up at the end where, well, I was about to say, whereas Cat Noir / Adrian basically fell out with his father-in-law since he was basically the cause of his Akuma, but they seem to have made up since then. Tom and Cat Noir have had good interactions since then, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I wish, what if Tom ever finds out Adrian's Cat Noir's like, you came into my house, you came for brunch, like I want to go for brunch with the Dupen Changs, and you said that to my daughter's face and now you want to marry her? No way, get out my bakery. Although I will say one of my favourite like Miraculous fanfiction tropes is Adrian, for whatever reason, because I've seen multiple reasons for it depending on the story, Adrian giving up being a model or just not wanting to do it anymore or whatever and getting a part-time job at the bakery. Yes! So cute. I want to write one desperately. I haven't thought of a good enough reason yet why he would be working at the bakery, hence why that hasn't happened, but maybe after Nobody Else, which is really dark, so much so it has to have a warning on it for torture. I'll write this cute little fic where Adrian works at the bakery. I like to go back and forth. I like writing sweet things like macarons and mandarin, a very sweet fan fiction. It's adorable, I love it. But Nobody Else, I also love writing really dark stuff, so you know, go back and forth. I like both. I like both. Anyway, next meme. I have pictures of my crush on my wall and even wanted to kiss his statue. You're a weirdo. I changed my entire identity and personality just to make a girl fall in love with me. I went into a relationship with a girl while knowing that she likes another person. I became a terrorist / supervillain just to bring back my dead wife. I sacrificed my own life to bring back the wife of the man I love. I was married to someone for 15 years who not only abused me and my daughter but also cheated on me. We don't know that for sure, she could have been separated. I stalked and kidnapped my crush who was also my brother's ex-girlfriend. Cousins were right. I fell in love with the guy who killed my mother and the entire city and even betrayed and killed my best friend and also who looks like your ex-boyfriend. And then Hedge said, great content for kids to learn from. It definitely is. Some of it is questionable. Like, that's the whole point of kids TV, has to be something to learn from. When it's kids TV for older audiences, it becomes a bit more subtle and not as obvious, like, here are the numbers, learn the colours, whatever. Like Miraculous is meant to teach you about friendships and other relationships and being a good person, but then they do this. Like, don't get me wrong, it's okay for them to do questionable / bad things as long as they kind of make up for it, basically like atone for it, do something to make that thing, whatever they did, better, you know? It is questionable. I do wonder how it gets approved sometimes. Like, I was still shocked in Ephemeral. So Miraculous has this warning tag on Netflix for superhero violence, which means violence can happen, but it's kind of okay because they're in their superhero outfits. There isn't really any violence in the show involved with anyone who isn't in a superhero outfit or is a supervillain. Like, you wouldn't see Marinette smacking Lila up in school when she is Marinette and Lila, but if Marinette was Ladybug and Lila was, for example, Volpina or Hoaxer, that would be much more plausible for, I don't know, Marinette to punch her because they're in their superhero outfits. So it has a warning for superhero violence, which is different in terms of TV classification to just violence, which would be classed if Marinette and Lila got into a fight in the school courtyard over Adrian or something, I don't know. So it always shocked me in Ephemeral when Shadowcat Daddy just yeeted Marinette because she was Marinette. Like, in the other parts of the scene, she is Ladybug, so it's kind of fine, it's whatever. But then when he yeets it, she is Marinette. So I was like, how did that get approved? I don't know, I don't know. I don't know. Next meme. Messages. Mum, what do I do with this child now? He wants a nose piercing. Luca, can you help convince Mum to get me a new nose piercing? Oh, is this like Julica's messages? I think Luca would look great with a piercing. I love piercings. They really relax me. I remember once, so it was maybe like 2 summers ago, I was going to PhD supervision and it was a summer, so my city where my university is, it's like a university city, so no one's there in the summer really. It's very, very quiet in the summer. And I was walking up the street to uni, and this is like a busy student street, but it was dead, middle of the summer, right? And there's a tattoo parlour that also does piercings, and I was very nervous about this PhD supervision. And I was like, should I just go in, get a piercing in my ears? That's the only place I really want piercings. Just try and relax me before supervision, and then as soon as supervision's done, just take the piercing out and let it heal up, because my ears heal super quick. I have to keep my piercings in for like 3 months, otherwise they heal right up. I didn't. I think about it all the time. I think about getting more. I have 2 lobe ones and then a helix and 2 lobes here. I actually got a 3rd one, but it healed up too quick. My ears. Anyway, back to Luca. Get a nose piercing. Just get Jagged to do it for you. Be fine. Or even, you can just do it yourself. Sanitize a needle. Stick it. Don't do that. Luca's a cartoon character. He can do it. You don't do that. Go to a professional place. But Luca is a cartoon character, so it's fine. Next meme. An average funeral in Miraculous Ladybug universe. To be fair, I don't think it was meant to be a funeral. It was just summer party, summer hangout. I mean, it was near the end of the school year, as we found it in my timeline. It takes place on my birthday. But I think it was just a celebration. I don't think it was a funeral. I mean, serious question. I'm asked this in another video. But so after the wish in recreation, so Gaby Baby like ascends into the air, reunites with Emily, and then the wish happens and the party's the next thing we see, and we know that's set like a month or so later. Okay, but what happens directly after? So the wish finishes, there's gotta be stuff that happens between that day and this day, the pool scene. So like, I was thinking, does Gabriel's body either disappear, but if it does that, aren't the police or whatever gonna be like, Ladybug, where is this man's body? Or did it, this is gross and gruesome, but after the wish ended, did Gabriel's body just plummet to the floor and just splat, you know? What happened? Because she says he's dead. It seems like Adrian's aware his father is dead, which I guess he technically is, because he sacrificed himself. I'm not saying he's not dead, but like, what happened with the body? These questions I want answers to. I know, I'm an idiot, what can you do about it? So the final meme of the meme review is the meme reviewer viewer submission meme. So if you want to be in with a chance of having your meme in the meme review, you must join my Discord server, which it should be linked down below, I'll check. And you make a meme and you submit it to the meme review. It has to be a meme you've made, not for one you've just found. We have a separate channel for that just called memes. This one needs to be submitted in the meme review channel, so please follow Hedge's instructions on screen. So this week's winner is Beanie Cooler version, and it's Adrian's room tour. Wow! Also, just jumping off this, talking about Gabriel, how much does Adrian remember? Because he just like, he seems to have a really positive view of his dad, but is that just because he's been told his father helped end Monarch's reign? Good joke. Or is it like, you know what I mean? Because it seems that everything that happened in season 5 still happened. Marinette and Adrian are dating, as we see in the final scenes of Recreation, and Miss Bustier, in between the end of Revolution and the end of Recreation, ran for and won mayor. So I'm like, surely Adrian has all those memories still? Maybe he's just choosing to be like, well, my dad's gone, can't do anything about it. He needs therapy though. As in Adrian needs therapy, and I'll just try and remember him for the good person he apparently was since he helped save the day. I don't know, but anyway, besties, I'd love to know what you thought of the meme review. What was your favourite meme? I'll see you in the next one. Bye!